The Battle of Rullion Green in the Pentland Hills, in Lothian, Scotland on 28 November 1666 was the culmination of the brief Pentland Rising. At least 3,000 men of the Scottish Royal Army led by Tam Dalyell of the Binns opposed about 900 Covenanter rebels. The Pentland Rising was in the context of the long-running government campaign to impose Episcopalianism upon Scotland. The uprising began in St. John's town of Dalry, where troops were beating an elderly man who had defaulted on a fine for not attending government-approved church services. The troops were interrupted by 4 Covenanters and then supported by the local populace, who disarmed the soldiers. Robert MacLellan of Barscobe led the rising. He gathered some men in Dalry, led them to Balmaclellan, where after a skirmish with other troops, he raised more men. MacLellan led them to Dumfries, and there they captured the local commander, General Turner, at 5:30 in the morning, still in his nightshirt, in his lodgings on the White Sands. MacLellan, aided by Nielsen of Corsock, took the gathering force up to Ayrshire, thence to Lanarkshire, and then to Collinton near Edinburgh. On their way to present their petition to the Parliament, many deserted the group following bad weather, a poor choice of routes, and the news received at Collinton that they could not expect a sympathetic reception in Edinburgh. From a peak of perhaps 3,000 men, the force had diminished by half at Collinton, and then further dispersed as the group headed home towards Galloway. The rebels included experienced professional soldiers as well as citizenry, and were commanded by Colonel James Wallace of Orkins. The rebel forces decided to hold a parade and review by Colonel Wallace at Rullion Green in the Pentland Hills. General Tam Dalyell of the Binns was with a force in Curry, and cut through the Pentland Hills to confront the rebels. The survivors were treated with cruelty. 15, including Nielsen of Corsock, were hanged, drawn and quartered, and several, including 2 boys of 18, were tortured first with the boot. The battlefield is currently under research to be inventoried and protected by Historic Scotland under the Scottish Historical Environment Policy of 2009.